Hey everybody, JitteryJay here. Welcome to the channel. Hope everybody's having a great day so far. Uh, Up next today, we're checking out Ricky Gervais and Karl Pilkington play Mr. and Mrs. Shortlist interview from 2012. Uh, Not sure what the game is, but we're gonna find out. First thing we're gonna do is hit the like and subscribe on the original video. That's the important part. This comes to us from the Monkey Fellas channel. Uh, we get a lot of good Ricky and Carl stuff from there. Anyway, uh, shout out to him or her, whichever it may be. Uh, yeah, like I said, I'm not sure what the game is, but we're gonna find out. Anyway, all the other links for Ricky and Carl will be in the description below, as well as a link to the original video. That way you can leave them a like and a comment over there, if you wish. That being said, let's click this on, and let's see what they're up to.
What are we doing?
Ricky and Carl.
Just explain, we just done a photo shoot for Shortlist. That's why I've got a little bit of eyeliner on. But that was worth it because Carl had to dress up in tights and knickers, didn't you? And a lion.
Yeah. Not even mine. Well, they won't be mine. But a woman had to like lend me a tights.
Brilliant.
It's amazing,
Right,
isn't
we're
it?
going to do this. This is Mr. and Mrs. basically.
Right.
So I'm going to ask a series of questions of Carl, quite simple question of favourite film, favourite food. And Ricky, I want you to write down what you think the answer, Carl's answer is going to be.
Yeah.
So hide it from Carl.
Exactly, yeah.
And then
That saves us
Carl-
leaving the room or going to a little booth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah?
And then Carl, you'll reveal the answer. Ricky will reveal the pad.
Yeah.
Right, I can see.
I get the concept here. Does anyone remember the Newlywed Game? People my age would probably remember it. That's what it reminds me of. They would ask they would have the spouse, the newlyweds, they would have the spouse leave, and they would ask questions, and they would have them write down their answers, and have the spouse come back and then ask them the same questions and see if they got it right. If they got it right, they got points. But that's what this makes me think of, this concept. But anyway, let me back that up. Carl was about to say something.
Okay.
Yeah?
And then Carl, you'll reveal the answer. Ricky will reveal the pad.
Yeah.
Right, I can see that.
So don't answer straight away.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
So the first one is, what is Carl's favourite film?
Favorite film?
Well, I'll tell you what, before he says anything, I'll have to put it down to two because I reckon he can't decide between two.
Okay.
So I'm gonna straight away, I'm gonna do that, and if I'm right, well, I shouldn't give anything away. Okay?
Carl, reveal what your favourite film, or indeed favourite film
He'll
is.
know what it is. It's Kez and Elephant Man.
You got it right.
Correct.
Yeah.
If you had to choose between the two?
Probably Kez.
Yeah.
Yeah, Elephant Man's just a
Great,
bit sad.
isn't it? Yeah, it's great. I reckon that really affects you and your kid as well. And
Well,
it's sort of your it's very much what I imagined your upbringing
Well, I had
to
a
be
magpie,
like.
didn't I?
Well, yeah, and
What was the magpie's name?
Maggie.
used to come down and peck his grifter.
And peck me head.
Watching The Elephant Man, you know that bit in The Elephant Man where Anthony Hopkins takes John Merrick or Joseph Merrick behind a screen, and he's showing it to a load of surgeons, and he's going, see the deformation of the skull, the spine, the limbs. The only thing that is totally normal and untouched are the genitals. Carl goes, think of that. The one thing you would want like an elephant, and he gets the head.
Good film, that.
He's got a point. Oh god. I never would have thought that was going there, but I remember the Elephant Man. I remember watching that with my mom and my brothers. Uh, the other one I'm not familiar with. Uh, I haven't seen that, but the Elephant Man, yeah, that was a huge film when it came out, and yeah, you can tell people still talking about it today, and that was God, that had to be 40 some years ago. I can't remember when it came out. Uh, anyway, back up just a little bit.
Untouched are the genitals. Carl goes, think of that. The one thing you would want like an elephant, and he gets the head.
Yeah. good film that.
Right, next one.
We'll go for the next one. Carl's favourite food.
Oh, okay. I'm going to be very specific here. I think we're talking about a meal, are we?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh, God.
what, an actual main course?
Yes. Well, I mean...
You're not going to know this.
Well, I'm gonna put to get me. Okay, I've gone for something sort of like a specific, but that gives me a bit of leeway. So I could be totally wrong here.
All right. Carl, please reveal favourite food.
And you mean one for at home, not going out. Because if I go out, I make more of an effort to have something that someone's had to do some effort with.
No, do you think like yeah? I've done it like it would be a meal that he could do himself as well.
Right,
As,
okay. Sausage, beans, potato cakes.
Oh, I've got it wrong. I thought you were meat and two veg. I've put sort of pork or
No,
lamb
I wouldn't
chops.
mess about making meat and veg if I was on my own.
No.
No.
What was
no
it?
way. Sausage, beans, potato cakes. Toaster, potato cakes, beans in a pan,
Remember,
sausage in
I
a
remember
frying
you put
pan.
sausages in the toaster once.
Yeah, but
Is that true?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
came
it
home.
was.
His girlfriend came home to him sticking a knife in the toaster to get the
Oh,
sausages out
jeez.
that were burning.
it's the way they spit, and
But why did you put them in the first place?
because I don't like when you've got them in a frying pan and then you turn that up and the heat gets going and they spit and then the grease is going all over the sort of the hob. So I thought do it in the toaster, let it spit on the inside. Not as much mess, but yeah. It was ages ago though. You're saying that as if that's before I met you.
So if you're out and he does his sausages, does he pop them on the grill? Does he put them in the oven? Does he stick them in the toaster like a fucking twat? Oh yeah, I don't.
That's how you find stuff out though, isn't it? That's how inventors and stuff come about.
He's got a point again.
All right, we'll go for the next one. Carl's
I'm gutted about that.
celebrity. Oh, right, okay. Well, we got this is 1 out of 2, so we'll go for the third one. Carl's celebrity crush.
Wouldn't have one.
What now? I'm nearly 40. Do you mean a celebrity crush?
That's
Do one when I'm a kid or something,
that's
maybe.
the point. So we have got this is not based on anything because he is, you know, obviously he's never spoken about this or given any.
When
so
I'm
hold on, 40.
20 is still young, old,
Yeah,
isn't
so
it?
let's say
Sort of 14 or
for
something.
15. So hold on, when were you born? 72.
72.
So we're talking 84, are we?
You're
Around
older
84.
than I am.
Janet Jackson.
She wasn't around in 84.
We've lost the pen and pal element of this straight away.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on, wasn't she around in 84?
No, it wasn't her.
Paula Abdul.
No.
You guys just know. So there is an answer. There is someone who at 14 you thought, oh, she's nice, and I've got to guess who this woman is in 1984. Debbie Harry.
No.
You don't know yet.
No. 84. Probably one of Bananarama. Why is that funny?
Because it's so random. Anything you said is funny. Anything you said is funny. But oh, it's also one off. They haven't got anyone in mind. And there's been about 9 members of Bananarama. Narrow it down a bit.
we're going
No, come on. Which one of Bananarama?
God, I don't know what they're called. It was the darker one.
The dark
The dark haired one.
Okay. Yeah, good.
Next one.
What if I had that? The darker one in Bananarama.
All right.
Well, remember, you got to write it down.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to
Sorry.
Carl's favourite book.
Oh,
Okay, now.
you know this?
Well, but are we talking novel, fiction, or what?
I think we're talking any.
Just a book.
Any book. Like if you had to take one book to a desert island, what would it be?
You know, I don't know why you're not writing it out.
Well, shut up.
Fucking hell, are we mates? So what? You should know what that is.
What, your favourite book?
Yeah.
Listen, I'm thinking of an answer I don't want to embarrass you with. A book of freaks that you carried around for 6 months.
What's that?
Oh, that you're joking. That's your favourite book. It was a pamphlet.
It wasn't a pamphlet. It was about 40 odd pages. It's my
It
favourite
was the
book.
50 top freaks given away with some dodgy old fucking...
I was gonna say Book of Freaks, but I thought maybe it was farther back from there. Because he did the book of quotes that we just went over. Well, he did a couple of books of quotes, and then Ricky's trying to educate him. But I thought, I wasn't sure if it went farther back, like back to there, or how far back. But I knew he had a book of freaks. I remember that from the animated series. And that's what I was gonna go with. But I think he just, Ricky just wanted to guess it without upsetting him.
50 top freaks given away with some dodgy old fucking magazine.
It was with FHM, and it was like a freak book. That was interesting.
And you count that as a book?
Well, what would you put then? I've never seen you with a proper book, ever. So don't start lying and give me a load of old shite that it's someone like Nurture or something. 'Cause it isn't. What book would you pick?
Friedrich Nurture. What?
They actually sound like a married couple. Carl will be the grumpy old man.
Or something. 'Cause it isn't.
Nurture.
What book would you pick?
Friedrich Nurture. What?
No, you're right. He was right in a way. It is a
Yeah,
freak book.
Book of Freaks.
Let's go for the pad. Let's go for
50
the
top.
do
Oh,
the
no, I
pad.
got that. 50 top freaks. No, about it. 50 top freaks. Yeah.
Carl's
Do you know what? Do you know how we liked it? Because number 50 was a fellow with 3 legs. He was so
No,
excited.
there was
he went,
loads.
huh?
No, number 50 was the bloke with 2 heads.
Was it?
Yeah, because I said Jesus. What's number 1?
Yeah. What was that? Was a bloke shagging a chicken? Got killed
Number
by a
1.
rock. Oh, wonderful.
What?
Wonderful.
Carl's favourite song.
Okay, again. Okay. I'll have to do. I'll tell you that he's got a favourite song.
Are you just
For a
going
reason.
for 1 or 2?
Oh, no, I'm going to go for a couple here. I'm going to go for. They've both got a theme, and then I'm going to do tune, as well.
Okay.
Okay, I've got 2 songs, and then I've got like an instrumental.
Right, I'd go for Stranger on the Shore, Acapulco. All right. And then I'd go for Elvis in the Ghetto. Is he getting them?
Yeah.
And there's one more, yeah?
Yeah.
Rod Stewart, Killing a Georgie.
Oh! Yeah. No, I went with Stevie Wonder in the City.
That's all right, that's up there.
Yeah.
Not
He likes
bad.
he likes a song with a story. So anything. I'll tell you another one as well. Wonderful Tonight.
Yeah, that's,
Like that, didn't you?
yeah.
Convinced it's about a disabled fella. Because the lines she puts him to bed, stuff like that.
There's a few little hints.
It's
To,
not hints. No,
there
it
is,
isn't.
Right,
listen
just
to
hit
it.
that.
Nothing to do with,
That's so
nothing to do
funny.
with
Click
being
on it.
disabled. No, at no point is it
There is.
mentioned. Or no,
There is.
no, it's all in your head.
Any others?
Let's go for one more.
Well, I'll tell you, I'm gutted about the old pork chops.
You've got to be careful with pork.
Why?
It's
Worms.
got to be done, yeah. It's got to be cooked right, hasn't it?
Yeah, but now they do things like pork.
This has come from the man who put sausages in the toast.
Yeah, exactly.
Good point.
Right.
Carl's favourite animal.
Right.
Wow.
So you don't mean a pet?
No, I'm not.
This is broad, yeah.
Just any.
It's gotta be a monkey. It's in monkey news. It's gotta be a monkey. For his favorite animal. Let's see what Ricky comes up with.
Any animal out there?
Yeah. You got it.
No, it's funny because I
Yeah,
reckon he's
chimp.
got this one wrong.
Oh.
I reckon he's put down monkey. But I'd probably pick sloth.
Can we see the
I've put chimp actually.
There you go.
He lumps in great apes with monkeys. He doesn't really know the difference. Funny you should say the sloth because he went to the zoo and he called me up and I went to the zoo. What did he do? He said, "What's the sloth?" He said, "It's annoying." I went, "Why?" He said, "It's got a huge enclosure." I went, "Why is that annoying?" He went, "It doesn't need it. It doesn't use it. Hang it in a wardrobe. It'd be just as happy."
Didn't move. Didn't move in all the time I was there. Looked dead. I actually thought it was dead. 14 quid you pay to get in there. It didn't fucking move. Didn't do anything.
Why is it your favourite?
I think because it just fascinates me that this thing, that a dodo died out and yet a sloth is still around even though it's asleep.
Yeah.
Is that, it's safer in a sort of a dead state.
Dido died out as well, didn't she? She
Dodo
has been
died out.
for years.
Um,
That's the dodo and Dido. Didn't do anything.
Right, let's go one more. If Carl could have a superpower, what do you think he would pick?
Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay, I've got loads of answers here. I think the general public would know one of them,
oh, yeah.
but they're not. That's a joke one.
No, that was a new idea, but you mean one that exists. sort of thing.
Well, okay. Let's not count bullshit, man.
Right.
That's not really a
Bullshit,
superpower.
man.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. That's a made-up one. But you're talking
Exactly.
about one that people go, yeah, I'd have that.
Flying, invincibility, that sort of
That's the one I was actually thinking.
Yeah, well,
of
I've got
was
one.
Bullshit, man.
I've got one. I don't know if it's true. I mean, it's a bit weird.
Carl, please reveal.
It's one that I'd pick, but I'm still not 100% if it's the right move. I don't think you've gone for it.
Oh, I've gone. Okay.
Shape-shifting.
Oh, I went for invisibility.
Mm.
Can we see the pants?
Sorry, I went for invisibility.
Why shapeshifting? Over invisibility.
Just because you know what shape-shifting is, you can sort of be anything you want.
What would you be now?
On a day like today, probably a blue bottle.
Why would you be a blue bottle?
So it's the right weather for it. But
this-
I'd only do that for a bit.
No, they haven't. No, that doesn't make any sense. Why is it, you see them in this weather because they're buzzing around and it's their
Right.
time of year where they.
Yeah,
But we
that's
don't have to
fine.
be a blue bottle to enjoy the weather, do you?
No, but I've got to be something else, haven't I?
Yeah, but why a blue bottle? That's
Well, what would you pick on a day like today? You wouldn't want to be a buffalo, a bison in this. Be well hot. So a blue bottle,
why
out
not a
and about.
dolphin? It'd be...
In London.
It doesn't have to... So now you're a blue bottle and you've got to go on the tube and go to work. Now you're a 6 foot
I'm
blue
in London.
bottle.
I'm in London though.
But
You've still got to be at home. If you're a fucking dolphin, where are you knocking about?
Right?
I didn't know the restriction was the fact that you had to be caught in the city.
Well, I would have. So where's the dolphin?
Oh, so you can completely change your species, but you can't move fucking town.
Well, then you've got to get home again. The shape shifting, you know what it is?
Yeah, you can change into a blue bottle.
Anything.
Yeah, but would you be a 6 foot blue bottle?
No,
or-
just a little one, and then you do that for a bit, and then you
But
change.
why are you
else.
doing it? What are you thinking? Have you got
For
your
a
own...
change?
Yeah, well...
You said it all right. You picked invisibility. What would you do with that?
No, that wasn't mine. That wasn't my superpower. That was my guess at yours, right? Because once you said you wish you're invisible, so you could go sneak into HMV, you go shopping without having stress, pay for it, and leave in the morning.
Yeah, but
that was your
yeah,
superpower,
but that's when
paying for it
CDs
secretly.
was out. It's not worth it now, is it?
No.
No fucker's paying for anything these days on the internet. Download for fuck all. So forget that. There's no advantage. Being a blue bottle.
Yeah, what are you doing? So you go, I'm in London. Oh, it's a bit shit. Oh, I'm glad I'm a blue bottle. So, but what, if you're shape-shifting, why don't you be a seagull and go to Brighton for the day? No, it's not the rules. You've got to stay in London. Why are you imposing this rule of it being in London?
I'd give everything a go. I just picked that because it was a nice day and I saw one earlier.
Okay, what if you could shape-shift, but it was like changing your region on your DVD? You only had 3 goes. What would you try and then stick with?
Ooh.
Remember, the world is your oyster.
Right.
You don't have to stay in Kentish Town for the day.
I don't know what I would pick. I think it would be some kind of bird. Just for the freedom of flight, you know. I'm not sure. What would you pick? Let me know in the comments. You see what I mean by they sound like an old married couple? Carl would be the grumpy old father, and then Ricky would be the wife, who's constantly at him. This is hilarious. I am fully enjoying this. Anyway, let me back this up a little bit.
Stay in London. Why are you imposing this rule of it being in London?
I'd give everything a go. I just picked that because it was a nice day and I saw one earlier.
Okay, what if you could shapeshift, but it was like changing your region on your DVD? You only had 3 goes. What would you try and then stick with?
Ooh.
Remember, the world is your oyster.
Right.
You don't have to stay in Kentish Town for the day.
Well, I'd pick what's her name? I've said to you before, I'd be
One
a
of Bananarama?
sloth. Sloth.
Oh, you'd be a sloth?
I said that. It's still good, isn't it? Because if they're asleep, if I'm not enjoying being a sloth, I can dream about being something else. So it's a safe thing to be. Well, if you're asleep, you can... What's the problem?
You can anyway. You can wake up and go, oh, I wish I was a blue bottle.
I've never seen a blue bottle asleep.
Listen.
I called you the other day, you said slugs don't sleep.
No, you called me and said, do slugs sleep?
Yes, and you said, what did you say?
That's it. You got it all the wrong way around. I said, well, sleep, as we know it, is very different. You know, some have microsleep, some can estivate, some can actually be frozen.
All right.
So I said, what do you mean by sleep? Right? So,
Butterfly.
why?
If I wasn't enjoying it, it's only for a day.
And then you die.
Yes.
But then you're dead.
Yeah, but if I'm not enjoying it...
But why do you... What?
The worst thing would be a tortoise.
you don't have to be a tortoise.
I don't fucking know, then. Let's have something else. I hate questions like this, because you ask me, I give you an answer and you argue with me. I've told you, I picked 3 perfectly decent things there.
A sloth.
A blue bottle, a butterfly.
Right, why didn't your
I can't be
superpower
bothered.
be flying? Then you could be Karl Pilkington.
Because Suzanne would be saying, no.
Why?
Because Suzanne would be going, oh, nip out and do an errand. Suddenly
Right.
I'm flying around everywhere, busy, because she's going, it's easier for you. She don't get that for arse enough as it is. I don't want flying. And everybody would be on your back, and no, definitely not.
Then why choose a blue bottle and a butterfly? That's
Because
their
no
job.
one's... Yeah, but that's as a fly. Everyone's expecting it to fly. And then when I go back to me, I'd appreciate... I've always said to you about not knowing if I feel well. Whereas a blue bottle, it spends its day flying around being sick on shit. So if I come back to me and I'm like, I feel really good now, I'm not throwing up all the time. And
Right.
so there's benefits to being a fly. I think I'd appreciate life more once I'd seen it through the eyes, many eyes, of a blue bottle. What would you pick? Let's change it because it's unfair. This. What would you pick?
Again.
Any shape
Definitely
shifting?
I'd pick either a bird or a dolphin. Just soaring, an eagle soaring, a dolphin, the oceans, whole world's my oyster. At no point would I think, I'll choose something that if it's shit I die immediately. That's much better.
Well, we're all different, aren't we? That's what this is about.
Right, let's do one more very quick. What is...
You're fucking different.
How big is pet hate?
What?
Oh, fuck me, you haven't got long enough, mate.
Well, don't say it.
I don't think you'd... Oh, it's annoying that you're asking this now because I've got so much that I don't know which one to pick.
Well, it's difficult to write down.
I didn't catch what the question
Just
was.
do words that can prove that you will have got it right if it says it.
Well, I think it's
Oh,
there is one word, and it sort of applies to all the things you might say that annoy him, but I don't know if what's your pet's hate?
just when there's shit somewhere.
What?
Oh, when there's shit somewhere and you can't find it and it stinks.
What?
I hate that.
Isn't that funny? I didn't get that. What do you mean?
Just what have you put?
Faffing. Too much faffing. Like, is people always like, you can't do that? You have to phone 5 times. They have to put you on hold. People
Oh, you just mean an annoyance.
What did you think he meant?
He said a pet hate. I thought, right, okay, yeah, I would have said
Sorry,
faffing.
You know, even it's something he hates about his pets.
A pet hate. I thought, right, okay, yeah, I would have said
Sorry,
faffing.
what do you mean?
What do you hate about having a pet?
Right?
When there's shit.
Okay, good night, everyone. Okay, because
I don't word it like that.
I've known him for 10 years, and that surprised me.
Hang on,
That
faffing.
fucking surprised me. I've never. I'm really sorry about that.
Right, faffing, yeah, faffing.
A pet hate when you're asleep and it licks your bollocks. What?
No, all right, I got the wrong end. Yeah, faffing, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Fuck me. That's great. Cheers.
This was fun. This was very interesting. Very interesting to see what Carl's answers were. It was interesting in the fact that you think you know everything about someone, and there's always going to be surprises. And that's what Ricky got stuck with at the end. He's that one surprised him, and he's done it 10 years. This was hilarious. Shoot, I was gonna say something else, and I forgot what it was. It's only like 3:00 in the morning, but that's all good. I gotta get up soon. Anyway, I would love to hear what you guys thought about this in the comments. Let me know what you thought some of his answers were. Like I said, I definitely thought his favorite animal was a monkey of some sort. Favorite book was the book I thought was the Book of Quotes. The Book of Freaks, I thought it maybe was that I remember that was just a pamphlet he was carrying around. So anyway, like I said, if you're still here and haven't done so yet, please hit the like and subscribe before you go. It'd be greatly appreciated. That being said, that is just about going to do it for this one. It is off to the next one for me. Hope to see you guys there. I love you guys. Peace. Hey guys, make sure to check out one of my other videos right here at JitteryJay.